Hello, hello, can you hear me? Can you see me alright? Am I coming through okay? Let me know in the chat. My bloody throat's killing me. How are we all doing? Who we got in? Mohammed, Mez, Simple Diagnostics, we got Steve, we got Lee, we got Peter. How is everybody doing? Chris, Stephen, how are we all doing? What are we all up to? Are you bored like me? What?
Bored.
Yeah.
How could you be bored? You know, me.
We got Lee, two Lees,
Lily.
Jordan, all good, chilling on the sofa. The way it should be. I was just writing a few ads, selling a few things because I'm thinking about kind of doing something slightly different, maybe doing a bit of mobile stuff, doing a bit of kind of car flipping. So we'll kind of see how that goes. I've got a few ideas in case the shed, because I have a feeling the shed's going to be a bit dodgy at the minute in the sense of, you know, people still kind of getting back to work and stuff like that. So thinking of kind of ways of trying to make money in the meantime. So bored, I can't prove it. There folk, doing good, pissing down in Donegal, sitting in, looking out. Yeah, it's not really pissing down here, but it's not looking great. It's not looking great. Finland! How you doing, mate? What's the weather like in Finland? I wish I was near to Galway. You sort out my turbo problem. What turbo problem you having, mate? Just been to get the car remapped. Sorted. Dave, how you doing? Oh, SY Diagnostics, didn't see you there. Anybody in blue, by the way, just go and subscribe to their channel. Everybody in blue, I think maybe apart from one person on my live stream, has a YouTube channel, and it's all obviously more or less the same, automotive related. So go and check them out. You might not be able to understand Dave, but you know, you'll get there in the end. Jack, boom, how you doing? Have you got your screen working yet, Jack? Audi has been sending me an email saying my car needs a cam belt, but I only done 27,000 miles. Is that correct? 15 plate. So 15's yes, mate. It doesn't matter on the mileage. It goes on the mileage or the year. So I'm not sure exactly what the mileage is on that Audi in the sense of what they say, but I would normally do timing belts around 80,000 miles or every 4 years, whatever comes first. Because it's not, like I said, it's not just the age, it's not just the mileage, it's the age as well. The age can, the age is a big effect because the rubber just disintegrates and, you know, goes up over the years. So yeah, 100%. 7:30 a.m. here. Where are you, mate? Must be America, I'm guessing, somewhere, is it? 1.6 TDI turbo not working. I'm presuming you mean it's not kicking in, or is it making a load of kind of metal rattling noise? Then it's kind of an easy fix in the sense of it's a new turbo, but expensive. I mean, you can sub to me, but it won't be automated content. That's Jack. Jack plays video games very badly. You need to learn how to drive, Jack, in real life and the video game. You have lots of fun doing timing belts and clutches in the rain on your back. Oh, I've been there, mate. Done that. I don't know if I'd be doing that sort of stuff mobile. But we'll see. I've got a great plan, but I need to sell a couple of things that I've got so I can afford to buy this other thing. Or in Ireland, another yoke. And we'll see. Hopefully I can sell some things in time before it sells. If not, hey, it is what it is, Leon. I thought you'd laugh at that, Dave. I still need to order this for... Oh, okay. Go on eBay, Jack. You'll get it in Ireland, next day delivery. Do you like my rally car made in GTA? I quickly saw it, but you need to learn how to drive, Jack. I saw it when you went live the other day. Sweden, New Zealand. Are you in New Zealand? Fair enough. We're all dying here. Are you hungover, mate? Drew, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing, mate? Well, I did a Colin McRae Ford Fiesta. I didn't see that. What yoke are you thinking of buying? I don't want to say yet, Dave, because I don't want people to know about it. Even though I don't think anyone would buy it, but you never know. I'll send you a message and I'll show you. And I don't really want to say as well because I might not get it. I have to sell a few yokes to get it. And if I can't sell them quick enough, then I can't get it. So, yeah. We'll have to wait and see. And if I say it and I don't get it, then people are going to be expecting it. So I don't want to say it until I know I'm getting it. Recovery yoke handy to have, mate. I've got a big trailer, but sometimes even a big car transport. And I've got a huge tilt bed car transporter, but they can be awkward driving through towns, and then a van and a trailer. You know, it's just awkward. It's just awkward where there's easier ways of doing it at times. It was off-road and it was handling like crap. I'll blame the computer game, Jack. Yeah. I'm good, bud, thanks. Biggest problem mobile, no space in vehicle and difficult to set up. I am looking for a new Minecraft event. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm thinking about going mobile, but this thing I'm looking at doesn't necessarily, it will work as a mobile thing, but it'll also work for me collecting cars and stuff. So it's not just kind of, it'll do more than one thing for me, which will be handy. So I can kind of use it multiple ways. And if I am going mobile, I'm only going to be doing simple jobs. I'm not going to be doing clutches and stuff mobile. It'd be more, you know, diagnostics, servicing, brakes, kind of the simpler stuff. No, in the shed with you. What do you mean, Jack? Siska, evening, Leon. How you doing, mate? No, we're all coronas. Oh, you're infected. I see. I'm holding all thumbs up for you. Thanks, mate. Well, hopefully, if I can, like I said, sell a few things reasonably quickly, we might be able to get it. And if we do, I'll let you know. You come across any method to remove our truck gearbox without lift our transmission jack without killing myself in the process? Didn't fancy lifting it by hand. I need to. You can actually get special jacks to do it. But I've never done them. But I know you can get. Special jacks to do it. So yeah. I'm needing a new van. Might wait for electric Vivaro to launch in autumn. Thunderbird 1 has its day. Need some welding front shocks. Yeah, well, I certainly won't be in the market for a brand new one. certainly not. Be second hand. My Volvo S40 has 150,000 miles. Is it worth changing transmission fluid? It's manual, no problem. It's certainly worth changing, mate. It's like everything, you know, just because it might look good or it doesn't look bad or that it's still working perfectly doesn't mean there's no harm to change it. It certainly would be good to change it. It's no harm to change it, more harm to leave it, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. Hi mate, glad to see you're keeping positive. Always keeping positive, mate. The dog wants to come in now. Will you be doing carbon cleaning? You mean mobile? I will be. Had great success with it so far. I'm off to bed. Gotta be up studying early in the morning. See you later, Pierre. I'm special. You are special, Jack. Very special. Just let me let the dog in before he bloody looks down the door. Come on. Haha, YouTubers, you. Thanks, mate. You can have it. Come and pick it up. Is that pointed at me, mate? Steve, or are you talking to someone else? This is the problem when I miss a few things in the chat. I have seen a few people using special jacks, but they all seem to be American. This country cracks their tools. I've seen the tools in the UK, mate. But like I said, I don't particularly work them, so I've never really looked into that type of tools before. But I know they're there. Yes. What did he say yes to? Oh, the carbon cleaning thing. Thank you, mate, for the $10. Much appreciated. Hopefully you'll... Just so everyone... Can you tell me if you heard me saying sorted and did a thing pop up on the screen? Because it's supposed to do that when someone donates and when I get like a new subscriber and stuff like that. So yeah. Hi, mate. Maximus. Sir Leon of Lincoln. You, Leon. I'd love to, mate, but yeah, even getting over there now is tricky, isn't it? And the thing I'm actually looking for. Well, I'll show you a picture of what I'm actually looking for, and you'll understand why I'm kind of looking for this specific one. Even though they'll most probably be in the UK, so I'll send you a picture, and you can have a look for me because there might be a cheap one in the UK, or there might be a lot more available in the UK. Because there's only one that I can see for sale in Ireland, and I have a feeling it's going to go before I can get the old readies together. So the UK might be a thing. Solid Diagnostics, Mark, how are you doing? I got a carbon cleaner all in one, and what it looks like a blasting machine all in. Oh, it does everything. Oh, I didn't know you can get them. Yes, it did pop up and sound. Oh, cool. It wasn't working for a long time. When you get a subscriber, it's supposed to come up in the middle of the screen too and show the subscriber's name and stuff, or like a super chat or whatever. It's all supposed to come up on the old screen, but it wasn't working for ages, which is bloody annoying. I heard it say sorted. It popped up on the screen. Perfect. Worked. I heard sorted. Hi Leon, late to the party this evening. I take it by the title you are nearly sorted for the new place. Not expecting to give more details on where and when. Well, it's yeah. I mean, I'm kind of, I'm still kind of in the old place. I've got one more load to move, and then kind of officially out. The new place needs a lot of work in the sense of I've dumped so much stuff in it, and it's not cleaned. I've shared videos with my patrons, and they'll know if there's any of them in. They'll know what I mean about having no walls, and there's no real work area yet because, like I said, everything's kind of just like dumped in there. So I still need to sort it all out. I had kind of sorted it all out, then I dumped a load more crap in there, and now and I'm getting a little bit of work in, so that's kind of awkward too. I was servicing a Golf the other day, and it took me like an hour to get the airbox off because I just couldn't find the tools. It's just a nightmare. Some tools Eric I use for wheel bearings, OCC hub grabbers I love to find in the UK, but nothing. I think there is. If you actually look, I believe there is. I've seen some of them. I can't think of the name, but I have seen similar versions. Just a quick one. Mark 6 Fiesta 2003. Got no engine light on service. It got still trying to come up. Any help? No engine light on. No engine light on. It got still. What do you mean, mate? Is it missing? Is it? I've got a gearbox jack attachment from Machine Mart. Good bit of kit. Well, there you go, mate. There's someone Machine Mart maybe to try. Oh yeah, saw the animation. Heard the words sorted. Cool. The channel upgrade never come. Still at 5. Oh yeah. Hope you and the family are well. Yeah, we are, mate. Just same shit, different day. Hope yourself are okay. Are you back to work yet? Got a tow ball fitted on my motor and make an A-frame. Yeah, the problem is with the A-frames is you can tow with A-frames. It's not a problem, but you have to be careful because all 4 wheels are on the ground, and depending on the vehicle, they don't really like kind of heavier vehicles like Jeeps and vans and stuff. They tend to sway a lot, and depending where you are in the world, it can actually be illegal because there's no brakes. When you brake, there's no brakes acting on the wheels. You're relying on your vehicle's brakes. So there is flaws with that method, but I know what you mean. Also, they can kind of rattle a bit, and like I said, they are. I think in certain parts they're not actually legal, even though no one, especially in Ireland, you might never really get done. But it's more of a safety issue. And if I've got kind of an expensive car on the back, I just don't particularly like using them. And if your car is really low or your bumper's really low, they don't fit in properly. So there's a few issues with them. They're kind of okay, but there is a few issues with them. And it's more of a safety aspect I'm more concerned about. And you're towing something for a long way. I've done it. I've towed with them things for a few hours, but they're just not. They're okay for short little journeys, but they're just they're not great. There's a massive hole in one wall. Drill a hole too far and you'll get tons of slurry on you. Yeah, that's true, Jack. There is one side of the shed is literally a slurry tank. If you don't know what a slurry tank is, essentially where the farmer puts his cows in for the winter, they all kind of shit in a big tank, and because of the way it's angled, there's like 2.5 foot of wall, and behind that is literally pure shit. And on the other side of the wall, there is like nothing there. It's hard to explain. You'll see. You'll once I release the video, you will actually see what I mean. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. Fanny, but hey, it's dry. It's a place I can work in it. So it's all good. It's all good. Oh, everybody finally got on one of your live streams. You're okay, but yeah, I'm good, mate. Was gonna ask the oil for my 2001 Fiesta. Can I use 540 or 530? What's the mileage on it, Billy? What's the mileage on your Fiesta? Mark 6 Fiesta, 2 problems I found with spluttering water in the spark plugs tubes, and yeah, they do actually. So some of them engines do suffer. The way the scuttle panel is, the water can come in past the HT leads and get in there and start causing misfires and short outs and all sorts of stuff. The thing is, it's like everything. There's so many kind of issues it could be. You just have to kind of go with the simple ones first. Just check everything and kind of go from there. Just a few people making the same kind of suggestions with the Fiesta. Leon, remind me next time when I go to the shed to bring hay. Poor Jack. He's like sneezed literally 10 times in a row and his eyes were watering and there was just fluid coming out of everywhere. Glad you found a new workshop. Yeah, thanks mate. 2 plugs are rusty but dry in there. Well, if they're rusty it means there's water has got in. Be no harm to just check them. 123,000, it's a bit tappy. I would put slightly thicker oil in because engines do wear, and the thinner oil, once the engines get a bit of wear, they just don't particularly like it. You can go with 1040 Ford spec when you've done over 100,000 miles. That will help your engine a little bit because the too thinner oil with a worn engine, it just doesn't help. Did you move into the shithole? I didn't. I moved beside, so I'm beside a shithole. Like my shed's here. There's a big shithole right there. So we're close to it. Having trouble with A6, C7, keyless. Start recognise the key is there. Sometimes can be annoying. Check your key. That'd be the first thing to check. Any ideas? What have I missed? Oh, that's the key thing. Yeah, I would check the key first. You can check it if you've got. You might not. I don't know what tools you have, but you can get special checkers from to make sure that the radio signal and they're actually pumping out what they're supposed to. If you don't have it, go down to your local garage. They should have it. It's quite easy to check. Transponders and stuff in your keys. I've done a video on it. I can't remember how it was. Maybe a year or so ago. To check transponders and to make sure the key is actually working. So you can get little gadgets out there. Go to a local garage. I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. My timing belt and water pump on my Volvo S40 done at 97,000 k in 2017. Do you know what mileage it's rated for? 150k on it now. Like I said, I wouldn't go off what the manufacturers say, because some manufacturers say timing belts now can do like 120, 130,000 miles. Personally, I wouldn't leave them that long. I would say 80,000 miles, between 70 to 80,000 miles, or 4 to 5 years, in and around there, just change it. And if you're doing it yourself, you're going to save a fortune anyway, so it's not a big deal. It's a big job, but it's not a big deal, if that makes sense. It can take time to do it, but it's not, just take your time with it and you'll be fine. Checked air leaks all fine. Could be coil packs. Well, the easy way to check your coil packs is just take out each plug lead one by one. Now you do kind of have to be careful. You want the spark to go somewhere, but if you just take it out slightly, just so it lifts up from the plug, say about half an inch, you will hear that the spark is hitting. If you lift up one and the engine note doesn't change and there's no spark, you know you've got a dodgy coil pack. So it's very easy to check coil packs. You have to be careful on some cars, like Toyotas will cut out. You can't just disconnect them, and you don't want to just lift them out of the way of the plug, because you need the spark to go somewhere, so you can use a test lead for it, because if the spark doesn't go somewhere it can blow up a good coil. So that's why I said just lift it out a little bit, let it still hit the plug. The engine will start missing a lot more, but it doesn't matter. and then once you pick up one and the engine note doesn't change, you know you've got an issue with that HT lead or coil pack. You know, it could be, or even wiring, but more than likely your coil pack. I've got a foreign antique current clamp. You can have it if you want when I get it dumped. Are you talking to me, Dave, or someone else? Dee dee dee. Oh, I missed another comment here. The delay is frustrating. In it, Milo. Eh? In it. 2001, air and take. Ow, dog, that hurts. Get off my butt. I think 540 or what is 1040 out in the garage law. I know it's supposed to be thicker than normal. Well, as long as it's the right spec, you know, 1040 Ford spec with an older engine isn't going to cause you a problem. I know some people say it does, but it doesn't, because your engine is going to be worn. The thinner oil just won't protect it as much as the thicker oil, and the thicker oil is just better. Now, when your engine is brand new or done low mileage, then no, you know, the correct oil for it is. But as long as you keep with the right spec of oil, whether it's Ford, Volkswagen, whatever it is, you can just go for the slightly thicker oil and you won't have a problem. I've done it for a long time, never had an issue. Now with the brand new engines, stuff coming out now, that might kind of change, but for the older engines, no, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Thank you. No problem, mate. Just turn in. Hope you're keeping well, Liam. I am, Liam. Thank you. Ow. You keep bending my foot down, dog. You wanna come on live stream? Yeah. Come on. You wanna come on live stream? Come here. Come on. No? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Build a big cone. I'm lost. Have I missed something? The good thing about the coil packs on the Fiesta is it costs around 20. Yeah, they do give problems on them, and they are cheap and easy to replace. Yes, send you a picture of it. Oh, you've sent me a picture of it, have you? I have to check because I'm not connected to everything on this phone because my new phone kind of blew up. Well, it's getting bloody hot and it nearly blew up. Oh no, it's not. I'm unconnected. Oh yeah, Dave. I'll have that. Oh, that's awesome. I love stuff like that. Yeah. Boom. Bring it on. Evening, Leon. Jason, how you doing? Thanks, bud. No problem, mate. Maximus. Max. Good man, Leon. Glad you've got a new place. When do we see it? I will be releasing a video soon. Like I said, I always release videos first on like Patreon and stuff like that because it's only fair. And I've filmed a few videos. That plant is moving. It's a piece. Is it not a piece, Lily? Linda? Yeah? What's this plant called again? The one that moves? A what? Prayer. Prayer. It's a prayer plant. And honestly, they're the coolest thing ever. They literally just like move. And I mean like move. This thing was just twitching a second ago. It's unreal. But you have to see them. And it just freaks you out because they just like there's no wind in here and the thing just moves. But just like maybe one leaf, not all the leaves, just one leaf, and I mean it really moves, like full on moves. See if we can get kind of an image of it. There, that thing. It just like when I mean it moves, it like does this. and then just does that. It's freaky, but cool. Freaky but cool at the same time. Anyone in the Midlands got half 3/4 inch drive torque that will do 410 Newton meters? Might I chance get lucky and find does it have to be a 3/8? Because my half inch does double that. My half inch would do 1,000 Newton meters. I've done a video proving it'll open 1,000 Newton meter nut. So you might be able to go for a half inch, mate. It'll be easier finding a second and a half inch, I would say. Cheers, mate. That's what I thought. It's only a workhorse. Only one more air filter. Top on says George Sock, but then goes to Z-Tech rocket cover. I don't know what I've missed there either. Would be interesting getting carbon cleaning done. I cleaned EGR valve recently with carbon clean. Was amazing the amount of soot build up. Bloody gasket. What car have you got, mate? What is ultra distant? Johnny, how you doing, mate? Same shit, different day, as they say. Was it already smoking? Again, have I missed something? Have I missed something? So yeah, them plants are crazy. Just how they move. You kind of have to see it. You have to see it because, like I said, it just twitched here, and you'd swear someone has just like moved it. It's freaky. S40 again. What have I missed? Did you say something just up here? Oh, that's yeah. Sorry, you got an S40 Volvo. Yeah. Okay. I will be doing very soon. I'll be doing a live stream where I'll be inviting people on. So obviously anyone that's in blue, like I said before, go and subscribe to them because they've all got YouTube channels. And I will be doing, I did one with Cars Exposed the other day, and I'm kind of copying his idea of bringing other people on. And we'll even bring some like subscribers on as well, if you want. That could be kind of a bit of crack. I had to buy 22mm sockets and a long bar, plus my jack handle to take the bolt off the crank pulley. Yeah, but if you, as soon as you put anything long and hard, on an impact gun, even a really powerful one, the power just, it kills the power. But my my half inch does over 1,000 Newton meters. At the time, I think it still is the most powerful one out there. It's a Facon one. The reason why I bought it over a Milwaukee one, because at the time, Milwaukee's weren't this powerful. This is a 1,600 and something Newton meters, where I think at the time the Milwaukee ones were 1,300. So, and I undid a bolt with 1,000 Newton meters because that's the highest my torque wrench would go to, so I couldn't go any further. But it did it with a normal standard silver socket. So yeah, it's never let me down yet. It's taken everything off I've ever needed. Well, I say it's never let me down. The BMW wheels, but some muppet tightened them over 1,000 newton to stretch the bolts. Apart from that, it was alright. It broke my half-inch bar. Lol. Oh, with the thing, yeah. 4th of July here in America. Oh, of course it is, yeah. Of course it is. So what has everyone been up to the last week? Oh, I'll also be releasing the BMW video tomorrow. What the noise was, so I'll be releasing that tomorrow. I kind of did a little teaser. Does anyone know what the noise is? Few good suggestions. Come on, phone. I, like I said, put up a few adverts, and in it, I said, look, don't text, call, because I don't understand people why when you're selling something, they want to text you, because at the end of the day, you're selling something for a couple of grand, and someone texts you, you can tell they're not really interested, and it fucking annoys me. I say, look, don't text, call, because if you call, at least you're kind of, you know, somewhat interested. Sending a text message like someone just has there, and I've said in the advert, do not text me. Fucking muppets. Oh, why? Why do people text when they buy a car? I've seen people selling very expensive cars, and like, you know, cars over 10 grand, and people text them. You're not gonna look, if you're gonna buy a car, don't fucking text somebody, okay? Just ring them. Fucking muppets. So yeah, just what's up, yeah? What's up? What's up? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come here, come on. No, okay. What's up with you? What? Come on then. What? I don't know what's up with you, dog. Come on. Leon, Johnny needs a blue wrench. Yes, I agree. Where is he? Let's turn him blue. Boom! Blue. Like I said, everybody, anyone that's got a blue wrench, just, yeah, subscribe to them. Subscribe. What have I missed? Had a tyre replaced recently, and the steering wheel wobbles at low speed. I keep meaning to check if one of the nuts are loose. It could be. I mean, if it's unbalanced, it only tends to vibrate over 60 mile an hour and get worse as you're going faster and faster. You don't really feel the vibration if it's balanced wrong at low speed. It could just be a dodgy tyre. Yeah, it happens. Or it could be not tightened on properly. It could be a few things. Same shit for me buying and selling cars, vans, but slowed up the past while, only picking up drift yet. Yeah, it's annoying. I don't understand why people just text. It's like, why don't you call? Because you just tell someone's more interested if they call. And then I think it's because they want to just offer you a stupid low amount. Like if you've got a car, say, for sale for 2 grand, I'll give you 500 quid for that. Fuck off. Fucking muppets. If people text me, and I know they're muppet, I'll just say, yeah, come down, and fuck them. I won't meet him. Because you're not fucking serious. Ring me, have a conversation, you know, come and look at whatever it is, and then decide then. Don't just fucking waste people's time. You waste my time, I'll fucking waste your time. Hashtag blue wrench for Johnny. Ah, you're too late. Nobody did it, Eagle. Andy, how you doing? Telephone should be on the kitchen wall and have to dial them, but I'm old. Cheers, Leon. No problem, Johnny. Everyone's just talking between themselves. So yes, like I said, everybody with a blue wrench, go and subscribe to them. They've all got YouTube channels. I think there's only one person here that doesn't. He's one of my old subscribers, and he's also a Patreon, and he's a nice guy, so I gave him a blue wrench. But apart from that, I think everyone else, well, everyone else here at the minute anyway, definitely has YouTube channels. So go and check them out and give them abuse. So what, you can give Johnny abuse by moving to America. You can give Igor abuse for moving to England. You can give Dave abuse because you can't understand him. You can give Steve abuse. What can you give Steve abuse for? Let me see. Or maybe because you can't understand Steve too. So yeah, just go and give them all abuse. Subscribe to them and tell them that I told you to give them abuse. Simple, really. What's your view on electric cars in the future? Will mechanics still be limited with less moving parts? Blah blah blah. It's a good question. I mean, electric cars still need servicing. The people think that electric cars don't need servicing. Well, they're idiots because they do. You know, there's still brakes on them. There's still suspension parts. There's still electric parts. There's still going to be lots of electrical connections that go wrong. You know, batteries and all sorts. So there's always going to be jobs for mechanics. It's just whether at the minute I really don't think we're there. And what I mean by that is, I mean the technology that we've got. I mean, electric cars are still bloody expensive. We still haven't got the actual, well, maybe in some parts of America, but it's like, especially in Ireland, we haven't got enough charging stations. We haven't got enough, like, no country's got enough power. So if everyone went to electric vehicles in one country overnight, no country in the world can charge all these electric vehicles up. So the infrastructure isn't there yet, but they're getting better and better and better and better. So give it another, I don't know, you know, it could be 20 years, it could be 50 years, but eventually they're going to get it right, where, you know, you're going to be able to do like 1,000 miles on one charge and charge it in a couple of minutes and stuff like that. So eventually they will get there. We need to start somewhere at the end of the day, so starting now and just making them go better and better. But you see, also people forget is electric cars have been around since petrol cars. I think electric cars were even around first before petrol car. But again, they didn't have the technology to really make them work. But electric cars have been around for a long time, so technology now is kind of getting better and better. There's definitely work there if you want to, you know, invest. But give it another 50 years, you're not going to be really investing, because that's what, if you want to be a mechanic, you're going to be working on electric vehicles straight away. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm from Cork. How you doing, mates? Bad English and lack of teeth. Yeah, just give. You can take the mick out of Steve for whistling too much when he do his teeth. Yoda says, say too much. I saw Steve roll a cigarette this morning. I wanted to. So yeah, just go to everyone, give them abuse, tell them that I told you to give them abuse, and it'll be funny. Because it'll be funny for me if I see comments on their channels that you're giving them abuse, and you might learn something from them. So yeah, it's all good. About 80% of people at the Mo is all electric cars. Yeah, the thing is, it's like I said, it's look, they're going to be around. They are going to be a kind of the thing of the future. It's going to be a shame to get rid of a combustion engine. I realise why, but the other thing at the minute is, you know, to make all the electric cars, and all the mining of the stuff, you know, a lot of, like, you know, kids mine all the nickels, and you know, they're treated really badly. So all these tree huggers that say electric cars in the minute are the best, they're not. An electric car, they did a thing on it, didn't they, with a Prius, that a Prius takes more pollution than any petrol or diesel car will in its lifetime, in the sense of the flying around the world of all the parts and all the aeroplanes and all the nickel mining with all these children that are dying in horrible conditions. By the time the car gets physically made, the pollution, that the footprint that car is made is unreal. Once it's on the road, yes, it's a lot better than a normal car, but the physical getting it there has done all the damage. So yeah, it's one of them things that eventually we'll get it right. We have to start somewhere, and it's good that we're starting now. And you know, I mean, look at computers, look at phones. You look how big phones were, and look what you can do with phones now. And that's only been in the last, you know, 10, 15 years. So just imagine in 10, 15 years time just how, especially when all the other manufacturers get going on them, just imagine how good they're going to be. But it is going to be a shame to get away from petrol engines. It just is. Because, you know, the noises and the feel, that just, yeah, it's going to be a shame. But I don't think I'll be around, so I'll be all right. A friend of mine's got a dual motor Tesla Model 3, fastest car. Yeah, I mean, the torque from get-go is fast on them, but they're not the quickest car out there by any stretch of the imagination. But the initial torque is phenomenal. But there is that car that Richard Hammond crashed. I think that was one of the fastest cars, and that was fully electric. But that was a ridiculous price, wasn't it? I'm an EV4 qualified in less than 1 week. It'll be a few years, but yes, definitely early bird does catch the worm. I've done most of my courses too, so it's always good to keep thereabouts. Hydrogen cars are definitely the way to go. Seems like a dead end from what I've seen. The thing is, hydrogen cars, if they can make them safely, without a doubt, they're going to be the way of the future. But at the minute, it's essentially a bomb, like a massive bomb. Once, I think Honda did it, didn't they? Honda made a car, and it was just pure H2O coming out the back, and it just ticking over could power a whole street, but it was ridiculously expensive, and the technology isn't there yet. But I believe hydrogen cars are the way of the future, because it's renewable energy. It's just better, but are we going to get there? It might take 200 years, but again, eventually they might get there. Eventually. Tesla's drivetrain fails at 40,000 main bearings. You know, again, it's like everything. You know, they're having teething problems, but they're getting there, and this is why, you know, some people kind of shit on them. Oh, you know, but at the end of the day, we need to start somewhere, and if we start now, give it 20 years, look how far we'll be ahead. If we start in 20 years' time, we're going to have to start all over again. So we might as well start now and kind of get there. Hey, stop picking on my volts. Mike, the disgruntled mechanic, how you doing? You've got 2 volts, haven't you? So not only have you got 1, you went out and bought another one. How stupid is that? I don't know who mines all the batteries for the volts. Is it the little 5-year-old Africans that do it for the volts as well, Mike? Just bear it in mind. My 6-year-old kid's mining cobalt in the Congo. Keep your electric cuts. Same pollution as a series Range Rover makes over the lifetime. Yeah, but again, you know, like I said, you know, it's easy to complain, but I mean, there's a lot of problems with them, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Can you make any more noise? Come here. Oh, okay, thanks. Where am I looking? I love both of mine, and of course that's why they keep making them. Only need a battery repair for working on live stream, which should never be the... Yeah, I want to get a battery too. I want to get like a hybrid car and strip it down and go through all the procedures, how to do it, what the batteries are and stuff like that. It's going to be an interesting video, all the safety gear and stuff like that. I will do it eventually, but again, you need to get hold of one. Long live the dinosaurs. Don't like the idea of silent electric cars. Well, I think they are making them, you know, like the what is it? The BMW one has a speaker in the back that kind of makes a noise. You can turn it on and off, so it sounds like a petrol car coming up the road. So again, they've kind of thought of that too. Missed so many. Where have I? Yeah, I think Honda or Toyota, they're available in California. Oh, so they're actually making them. Dumb as a box of rocks. What have I missed, Mike? Same ones that mine parts for my Mac. Hi Leon, it's great to see you got a new place. When do we see it? Again, I explained in the other part, the first part of the video, I have filmed it. I will be releasing it soon. A few people have already seen it. You know, people that are my patrons and stuff. And I will be releasing it very soon. And you will see the glory of the new shed. That's 3.5 walls. Yeah, we're still missing walls. But we will get there. I have an LPG and I'm already using it. So, well, I suppose, yeah, I suppose that is a bomb as well. Yeah, I suppose. Can I ask your view on light bars? Well, I like them. I mean, they give some serious light, especially for, when you live in like the sticks like I do and you want to light up the whole road and all the ditches and stuff. I do like them. They are bloody good. So, yeah, I like them. I brought Alexa's to strip down video series, but haven't too much on driving it. Yeah, I'll eventually get something to strip down and show people. If it's a BMW, shouldn't it make the sound of breaking down? Oh, I think you just love BMWs. I mean, people moan about them, but I love them coming in because every time they come in, it's always money, So I'd never buy one, but I don't mind working on them. The new place is beautiful. Yes, Mike, it is, isn't it? The wonderful of the 3.5 walls. Some people don't believe me. I've had messages and people are saying, oh, you're just kind of saying that it hasn't. But believe me, you'll see the video, and even Mike's seen the video. I think Igor's seen the video. Who else on here has seen the video? I'd have to share it with a few other people on here. But yeah, 3.5 walls. And a big shit tank right next to it. I mean, literally a big shit tank right next to it. Light bar on the back of my lorry, brilliant late night recovery, best thing. Yeah, it is, and if someone's right up your arse, you just flick the fucking light on and be like, fuck you mate, get back. So, it has more than one use. Hi Leon, I was the guy that sent you the photo. Oh, it was you on the old Nissan. Please. Yeah. I'll send you the video, Dave, and I'll send it to a few other people. You'll see it. I mean, it's changing now, but you will see it. As long as oil and water, a BMW, they are no problem. Have owned a few ones over the years. The newer ones aren't, mate. The older ones, like the older Mercedes, they were better, but the newer ones, no. It's very moving. Yes, you will be hearing some cows giving birth on my new videos and talking to each other, and you'll be hearing all sorts of noises in the background because the cows are literally right next door.
Because Linda's sisters are coming over.
Because Linda's sisters are coming over. So yeah. They're still fitting indicators to BMW while they saving money by taking them off. I was a BMW tech in the 80s. It's a shame they were good cars back then. Yeah, the older ones were, but the newer ones, no. Well, the newer ones when they're new obviously are okay. It's when they get older there is an issue. Keith, how you doing? Thank you very much, mate. The chat's going too fast. Hold on, let me scroll up a second because I've just. If you have 5k to spend on, I'm going. If you had 5k to spend on a diesel, what would you buy for long distance driving? Interesting. Well, if I had 5k at the minute, I'd buy the thing that I want and put a little bit more to it. But if I had 5k, what car would I buy for long distance? Diesel. Well, the bigger engine you get, the better it is on diesel because it's not working so hard. I'd have to say my ST Mondeo because it's the 2.2 diesel and it's great on diesel as long as you know, especially when you're driving long distances. Do you want to do that on camera?
No.
I didn't think so. So yeah, I'd have to say my ST Mondeo. It's a lot less than £5 that I think you can buy them for now. Oh, I've lost or missed so many comments, so sorry if I miss any, mate. Where should I start? We'll start at the bottom because I don't know how many I've missed. What are you staring at me for?
Wait, wondering.
That half a wall would be a killer in the winter over there. Yeah, well, it's not going to be a half a wall for long. I mean, it is obviously going to be completely different once I'm in there. I'm not leaving it the way it is, but at the minute, you'll see the video. Obviously, it will get changed, so don't worry about that. It will get changed. You need to start bricklaying. Oh, that's nice. The what? Oh, you just turned the light off?
Yeah.
Thanks. New cars have to be scrapped at 6 years by design. I don't know if that's particularly true. People say they're building faults into them. It's not so much that, it's just the technology on some of the bigger cars, you know, some of the flagship cars. It's still new technology. And, you know, it breaks down after a few years. And it's not the fact that it breaks down, it's the fact that the repair cost is ridiculous. It's not that you can't repair them, it's just the parts are ridiculously expensive. And that's the problem. Even my 1998 735 was the best car, even now. Shame the fuel tank and the auto box has shit the bed. How do you mean the best car? Like the best car in 1999? Is it, Chris? Of course, I'll have to disagree with you there, mate. I used to milk cows. If you keep radio on, they keep quiet. Yeah, but if I keep the radio on, then I'll get done for my YouTube videos. And I don't mind the odd cow mooing. You know, that doesn't bother me. Gives it a bit of a ambience, an atmos of the video. And if you can speak cow, well then you might be able to know what they're saying. So it'll be like hidden messages. Hidden messages in the video. What do you think about the Audi A1 petrol? I haven't seen any, so I don't really know. I haven't seen any on the road, and I haven't worked on any, so I can't say. You got to remember, I live in a very, very small town, you know, with a couple of hundred people in, so I don't see a big ride. Well, I see a wide range of vehicles, but not like new, you know, all new vehicles. And when you live in the bigger cities, you kind of see a lot more because, you know, people buy them because there's more people. I was able to put the light bar on. Without a relay. Is it the LED ones? I would still put a relay on it, mate. I know some of them say you don't really need to, but I just personally would. They keep making bits out of plastic, like oil pan. Oh yeah, oil pans. Why? Why? I know it's maybe special plastic, but once that gets a bit old, yeah. Skoda is the cheapest brand of VAG. It's all the same, but Audi costs more. Yeah, yes and no. When you look at the quality, especially for valeting, when you valet a Skoda compared to say a Golf or an Audi, like just little things like carpets. The carpets are a lot cheaper in them. They don't hoover as nice. There is subtle differences there. You know, they don't have as much goodies in, so there is subtle differences. The materials that they use for inside aren't as good as the top of the range ones, so that's definitely a fact. But then they're a cheaper car, so look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Just my life. How you doing, Lee? Hope you are doing well. Yeah, we're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Beast at Leon, not best. It's the best of a car with 100 times better than the ones they. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. The older Mercedes. The older Mercedes, the W124. Was a tank. The 2.3 petrol engine that Mercedes made, one of the best engines ever. As like reliability goes, not obviously as speed or anything like that goes, but reliability and stuff like that. Just the older stuff was better. But then it's not so much that the older stuff was better. It's more the fact that yes, it was slightly better, but it was also the it's gonna be someone looking at maybe one of my adverts, but I can't answer it yet. It's not so much that they were less complicated, so there was less things to go wrong. So that obviously helps. Modern cars have got so much technology in there now. This is just for round figures. Let's say an old car back in the 90s. Let's just say, again, round figures, it had 100 things that could go wrong. Now, that same car in today would maybe have 4,000 things that can go wrong with it to stop it from starting. So that's more so the issue, the technology side of things. Keith, thanks very much. Are we still hearing the noises and the things coming on screen? Because I can't see them. It should, the noises and things. So just let me know if the noises and things are still coming on the screen. Play My Lovely Horse from Father Tell repeat. Skoda's much more reliable. Yeah, because there's a lot less things to go wrong with them. And they still hold the value quite well. Keith, stop. Stop, Keith. But are we still hearing that noise and thing coming on there? There should be a picture of Scrooge McDuck. I think it's Scrooge McDuck, or is it Duck McDuck? And he's like chucking money around. That's what should come up. Yes, sounds fine. No noise, but they are also. Some people are hearing it and some people aren't. Yes, pops up and can clearly. Oh, so some people can hear it and some people can't. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Because I can't see it at all. Keith, stop. Just stop. No noise. Screen on. That's weird. How some people can hear it and some people can't. I wonder who bloody called me. I wonder if it was someone looking at me things for sale. Because if I can sell, I don't know if people was here before, but when I first started, I was talking about I've got an idea of what I can kind of do, because I just think, even though I've kind of got a garage sorted, it's not like fully sorted, but I'm there. I just think that it's going to take maybe a year or so for kind of everything to kind of come back to how it was. So what I'm thinking of doing is, I've got a few ideas in mind that I can do. It's going to be maybe flipping cars, showing you how to buy cars and maybe making money, but also doing a bit of mobile stuff. So I'm thinking of doing that as well. And there's a vehicle I'm looking at that is for sale, and I might miss it because I don't think I'm able to sell things quick enough. But I will be getting in contact with the guys from the UK, because they might be able to look out for me for one, because there's a better chance of getting one over there than here, and then I can kind of do a lot more different videos, and it'll be really cool if I can get this specific thing that I'm looking for. I don't want to say yet, because if I don't get it, I don't want people to be expecting me to get it. So keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope we can sell the few cars we've got and buy this thing, and we'll be doing a lot more kind of different content, let's say. Still the same automotive stuff, but done slightly differently, if that makes sense. So yeah, you get the idea. Hopefully it's gonna kind of work. See you later, Igor. See you later. Did you work during the virus, Keith, or did you have to completely stop? Or is it the breakdown aspect that you're still kind of allowed to work? I want to ask Timmy for help going mobile. Yeah, you should contact him, Mike. I'm sure he'd love to talk to you. He can tell you. He can tell you how to do it. Maybe make a 100-part video on changing a tire or something. Igor, thanks, mate. Night Cars X. What's that? Doing very well, thanks. Barbecue time. Terry playing at background with a cold. Nice. Was you actually working during all this going on, or was you allowed to work? Because we were still allowed to open. I'm sure it's kind of the same over there. But did you actually do any work? Because cars are still breaking down, I suppose. Also be releasing the second part to the BMW. I think there's 3 parts to it. I can't remember now. It's been so long since I put the videos up. I'll quickly check. I think there's 3 parts to that BMW thing. See if I can find them. I think I checked it the other day. There's 28 videos online that haven't been released yet. And I've got maybe another, I don't know, maybe another 3 or 4 edited, and maybe another 15 that's not edited. So I've got plenty of videos. I just need to kind of release them. The virus really kind of wiped me out in the sense of I was releasing a lot of videos and I wasn't really doing a lot. So that's yeah, 2 more parts of that BMW video. Kind of the fix and kind of the aftermath. The aftermath of it. So yeah, that should be quite interesting. We will start doing recovery custom, staying in their own cars, not transport. Where will still. So yeah, what is everyone else at? Because obviously there's a few more people in since I've done that. Where is everybody based? COVID-19 destroyed all my plans for 2020. Nearly finished me off. Been rough. Yes, Steve. Hasn't been easy. You should do what Erico does. Film endless brake job videos. You can't go wrong with brake job videos. Well, hopefully if I can get this other thing, like I was saying, I'll still be doing work in the shed. Obviously the shed will be different, but I'll still be doing work in the shed. But I'm hoping to kind of, do other work, like do mobile stuff, diagnostics, simple, brake jobs, servicing, kind of stuff like that. Nothing major in the sense of like gearboxes or stuff, but still kind of, different areas and different stuff. And I really want to do this car flipping thing. I've got a car flipping video coming very soon. And I think if I can keep flipping cars like that to kind of get me over the bad next year and a half or whatever, because if this thing comes up again, like a lot of people are saying it will do, it's going to be a nightmare. So I'm trying to, and I'll be filming all the car flipping videos, because obviously when I buy cars there's going to be issues with them, because otherwise I can't make money on them. So there'll be issues, and I'll be filming the issues with all the cars and stuff. So that would be quite good. Netherlands, County Lisle. Oh, you're in Ireland, mate. Australia. I don't know where. Every time I see people's where they're from, I try and do their accent. Don't ask me why. Maybe play the Birdie song. Belfast. We'll get through it. Onwards and upwards in the future. Exactly. Exactly. Ideas on best small petrol van with good reliability, and there's no real that I know of. I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think you can buy a petrol van in Ireland. I'm trying to think. I don't think you can. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think you can. I know you used to be able to years ago, like metros, transits were petrol, and you know the old metros and maestros, sorry, they were petrol. But I don't think there's any. Maybe someone correct me. Is there any petrol van in England and Ireland you can buy? Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think there is. They're all going to be like 1.6 diesels and stuff like that. Oh, I'm missing loads. Missing loads. Manchester. Sorted. Oh, I've just heard the word sorted. What's happened there? Why is I just heard the word sorted? Middlesbrough. Just in chatting now. Leicester is in lockdown. Again, is it? Liverpool, yeah. Chris, you're off on Liverpool, aren't you? Oh, I know what we'll do for you, Chris. We will make you blue. Make Chris blue. Oh, what have I done? Let's go back. Wicklow. Oh, we have a few people. Keith, stop! That's what I can hear. I heard the word sorted. Stop, Keith. Stop. Sorted. I heard it again. It's weird how I'm hearing it at different times. Stiff upper lip. Exactly, mate. Flipping cars won't work in New Zealand with 90% Rex splits with 700,000, 16 grand asking price. Wow. I looked at a craft for 48 grand. Oh, it was a new one. Carrie Fergus. I know where you are. I know where you are. Dave managed to get a petrol Berlingo. Oh, what year was that, Steve? I didn't know you could get petrol cars. Was that a special order? Sorry, petrol vans. I don't think you can even buy a Fiesta or class of petrol van. Do future partner do petrol now? Petrol van, Volkswagen TD or T5. Well, I haven't seen them in Ireland anyway. Definitely not seen them in Ireland. No petrol, well, no new thing. I mean, like I said, the old Transits in the 90s, you can get a V6, you can get a 2 litre, you can get a few different things. And the Maestro van was petrol, and obviously the older Transits, all that sort of stuff was. But I haven't seen any newer stuff. But that just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's like throwing dollars at Ford Transit 1 litre EcoBoost. I think, could be wrong. Well, I know they're doing the EcoBoost engine, but I didn't know they were in the Ford Transits. But again, if SY Diagnostics is here, he'll tell us if they're still in the Transits, because he obviously works on new stuff. I heard sorted before. Yeah. Thanks, Leon. No problem, mate. Westport, Mayo. Where in Galway are you? Yes, I am in Galway. Everyone asks. I don't tell them. Transit V4. Oh, so there is latest model. It had year or two now, brand new. Ah, so you can. Oh, okay. So whoever asked, but I don't think there's many manufacturers doing it, so you're not going to really have a big choice. From the looks of it, Ford and Caddy. So Volkswagen, really, it looks like it's going to be your only Google it. I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed. Here we go. EcoBoost is the hybrid transit. So there you go. You can get a hybrid. You can get a hybrid. I actually saw a brand new Puma today. Brand spanking new. Titanium Puma. I will be putting pictures on my Instagram. I know someone that bought a brand new one. And actually, the Puma, the front of it, just kind of the front headlights and the wing, when you look at it kind of at an angle, it looks very Porsche Cayenne. Doesn't so much from the sides or the back, but kind of at the right angle at the front lights and the wing, it looks kind of a bit Porsche Cayenne. Looks well actually. Like hen's teeth. Oh, so obviously hard to find. It's like anything. If you've got the money to buy a brand new one, you can obviously pick, Volkswagen, Ford seems to be the ones that are doing it now. But, not everyone has, enough money to go out and buy. Oh, okay, yeah, I knew the Mark 1 Transits, the Mark 2 Transits, the Mark 3 Transits also had petrol engines, because I had one. I had a 91, 92, 2 litre, and I know you could get a 2.6 V6 in the Mark 3 Transits as well. But then they all went to diesels. But obviously now, so from the looks of it, from what Steve's telling me, Simple Diagnostics, is you can get Volkswagens, and then the other Steve is the newer Transits. When did they start, Steve? Because from the looks of it, it's 2016, 17 was the Volkswagens. When did the Ford start? SY doing them. I think Ford missed a trick where Ford Ranger, why 2 litre diesel when they have the 3.2? They should have put 5%. Again, I think that all comes down to where you are, because in Ireland the tax is different compared to the UK. And if you've got a big, 3.5 or 3.2 engine with seats in the back, the tax will kill you here. Absolutely kill you. Now, if it's a crew cab, you can get away with it as commercial, but it can still kill you. Love you all, but steak ready. Good luck, Leon, and keep it. Yeah, thanks a lot, Keith. We'll see you later. Had a Transit Bullnose Mark 1 V4 petrol. I thought the Bullnose were diesels. I thought all the Bullnose were diesels, and it's the flat front that was the petrols. I'm almost sure that the Mark 1 Bullnose was the rare one because it had a diesel engine in. There's not many ones with the diesel engine in. I could be wrong on that, but I think I'm right. But I'm sure you will correct me if I'm wrong. The flat fronts had the petrol engine in, and the Bullnose, unless we're maybe talking about two different Bullnoses here, but I'm almost sure the I would check it, but I have to minimise all the screens and everything. It's bloody annoying. And it was funny because back in the 60s when the Transits first come out, they were faster than the police cars. So like 98% of bank robberies, or 98% of robberies were done in Transits because they were faster than police cars. It was till I got it. Ah, see, I was thinking that, so I was right. The Bullnose Transit was the diesel, but you obviously put a petrol in it. But yeah, if you're going to get a Mark 1 Transit, the rarer ones are the diesel ones, the Bullnose. I'd love a Mark 1 Transit recovery, or just a Mark 1 Transit in general, and then put my Mark 1 Escort on the back. I've seen them done at shows. People had like Mark 2 Escorts with a Mark 2 Transit recovery, and they put it on top. It just looks cool. It just looks cool. I'd love to do one. Eventually I will be doing one on my channel when I get money. I'd love to do an old Transit up and tick it with a Mark 1. Having said that, I will be doing my Mark 3 Transit up very soon. So I will be. Once I get sorted with the old Transit. The engine's more or less done. Bullnose had the Perkins engine. Yeah, good old diesel Perkinsons. thought so. But then again, different countries maybe had different things. But I was quite sure that the Mark 1 bullnose transits in the UK anyway had diesels. No, you are correct. I brought it with a fucked up engine and put a lump out of a... Ah! Thought so. What it says, Z-Tech on my Mark 6 rocket cover and air filter cover has Joytech on. It's not Z-Tech. I'm confused. Have I missed something? Or has someone just changed the covers on it? I thought the 1.25 engine was a Z-Tech engine. It's hard to keep up. Perkins had a decent grump, but bloody noisy. Yeah, well, even the 2.5 litre transits, you know, like the Mark 3s, the Mark 4s, they were noisy, but they were a great workhorse. They just kept going and going and going and going, but they were bloody noisy. But like I said, a great workhorse. Hold on, let me. So, not particularly fast, but they would pull or do anything you wanted to do. Harvey Forest on the back of it, tow truck, drove great and pulled everything. Yeah, it's just I was actually looking at one of them back Harvey Forest as a dolly, but they're just not for the older cars. Are okay, but for new modern cars, you rip the bumpers off. Anyone shed any light on that? What have I missed again? Right, I'll give it another few minutes and then I'll go because I've got stuff to do. Ring back this person that rang me. Could be looking at one of my motors, and yeah, if I can get rid of it, we can buy this other motor and hopefully get some more or slightly different videos up. I'll have to remember to send it to the people I said. God, I get so many emails. Oh, I went through my Facebook recently because I've been missing so many emails, so many messages on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on all the social media. It's very difficult even when I wasn't busy moving to try and keep up. Never mind to try and keep up as you are moving, which is even worse. And someone wrote a message asking me to help, and obviously I didn't see it. And he wrote another message and I didn't see that, and he's like, yeah, thanks, and then he blocked me. I'm like, you fucking arsehole. Like, you know, if you are a true fan and you watch my videos, you'll realise that I've been moving, and I even say in the videos, look, I'm not going to be able to get to all the comments, just give me a bit of time. And he was asking for basically free advice, which I would have given it to him, but because I didn't give it to him, he then blocks me. Oh, fucking wanker. So I don't really give a shit. People like that are fucking arseholes. And if he doesn't like it, unblock me and tell me you don't fucking like it. Prick. As you can see, he was a prick. Should we give out his name? His first name anyway. Do I still have the message? Can't find the message. He's lucky. Oh well. What have I missed now? Years ago my dad had a Parkinson's. Is the Tokyo yoke You're selling. I am selling. Well, I'm kind of selling the RX-8. Kind of, but I'm not really bothered about selling it because I still want to use it. But if I get the right money for it, I'd sell it. But I'm not bothered about selling it, if you know what I mean. Hi Leon, I'm late to the party. How's your new workshop? I've got one, Robert. I've actually got one. I found a place with 3.5 walls. You will see the video because again, I explained in the first part of the video that people didn't believe me. I had messages, basically people saying that I'm lying about it, and I wasn't. You'll see it clearly in the video. Some people are already on here has seen it, so they know it's true, and it's got all my stuff in it that they've seen in all my other videos. So yeah, it's true, but it obviously will be sorted a lot better very soon. You don't need people like that. No, I don't. And it was so. This is what people don't realise. It's so annoying as well because I'll help anyone I possibly can. Anyone that's ever messaged me will know that I try and help everyone I possibly can. But sometimes you do miss messages because you got to remember. It's not just messages on YouTube, it's emails, it's messages on YouTube, it's messages on Instagram, it's messages on Facebook, and you don't get notifications of them because I get so many messages. I can't leave all my notifications on all the time because my phone just be going crazy. So I get to him when I can, and for him to basically just say yeah thanks and then block me, I'm like, because I was going to send a message back and it wasn't going to be a nice message. I'm like, you know, who the fuck do you think you are? If you are a true fan, you would see from my last videos that I'm moving. You know, give me fucking chance. I'm not going to stop everything just to answer a fucking message to you, muppet. I've no time for fucking idiots like that. And I hope he's watching now, because if he is, he'll know exactly who he is. I can't find the message. Also, I wouldn't give his first name out. Prick. Anyway, fuck him. Take care, buddy. Oh, where's that gone? I will check back. I ain't a mechanic, but enjoy your videos. There's a lot of wankers out there. Yeah, fuck them. See you later, Billy. Some people are just too... Yeah, and exactly. And it's like, you know, you're coming to me because you don't want to spend any money for a start, and you're trying to get free advice, which is fair enough. I don't mind that. I give that out all the time. But when I don't answer you back straight away, you're like, who the fuck do you think you are? You know, I have people on my channel that actually pay, you know, like Patreon and stuff, people that would actually pay to basically watch it. They don't have to. And of course, you know, I'll always prioritise them because at the end of the day, they're physically giving you something. And, you know, that is just, it's crazy to think that people are actually willing to give their money to me. It's crazy, and I really appreciate it. So I'm going to help them people out first, because why not? And I help everyone out. And I think there was about, I don't know how many messages, maybe 40 messages that I didn't get to, just on Facebook. And only one of them, I messaged them all back the other day and basically explained, look, I'm sorry, but, you know, as you can see, I am moving and blah, blah, blah. If you still need my help, let me know. And there was only one of them out of all them that was, yeah, being a fucking idiot. So, it is what it is. Good luck, looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, you'll see it soon, mate. Why was he replying on you for car advice? There's lots on YouTube. Search. Yeah, it was about his problem with his car. I can't remember the exact problem, but it was about a problem with his car. And I remember it was a big long message of what the problem was. Then there was another message, got a little bit kind of smarmy. And then the last message was, yeah, thanks, or thanks, yeah, exclamation mark. And then I tried to reply back to him, and it says, you cannot reply back to this person. So he blocked me. And he's maybe lucky he blocked me, because he was going to fucking get both barrels. Yeah, the idiot. He's a prick. But that's what people don't see. You know, when you contact somebody, and this is someone on YouTube, I mean, you know, you're not the only person to contact that person. And you've also got to remember that person has a life as well. You know, so they're not going to be able to get back to you straight away. And for people who kind of expect that for free, you know, if someone was giving me, thousands of pounds a month and I didn't get back to them, then yeah, I can understand. You know, you have to prioritise them type of people. But he wasn't. And yeah, I've just no time for people like that. Anyone that's ever got any message from me, um, anything like that, even on my email where it says not, don't ask me any questions on my email, I still answer people, even though I say don't message me on my email. There's other ways to message me, and I still even answer them, even though I've clearly stated it's not for answering questions. So yeah, there's just no fucking need for it. But you see, unlike some people, I will answer them. Some people just don't want to answer them, and they'll just be kind of like, oh yeah, just let him off, and But no, I won't. If he let me, if he's watching, unblock me and let me answer you back. Fucking muppet. But yeah, expecting free help. Yeah, getting free help and then giving out about it. I mean, I wrote a story and spreadsheet about 50 slides. Mark 6 transit, 2.3 petrol. Whereabouts are you though, mate, in the world? Because I know, I'm saying, there's no petrol transits like in Ireland or England, but I know in America, a petrol, like if you see a diesel transit, you might, what the hell's going on here? They still have all petrol stuff. I'm just talking about England and Ireland. I know other countries do have petrol vans and stuff, but that's different countries. Basically, need 50 cents glue for doing a job. They will pay $1 for glue and then help you. Oh, it was about the car, so I want to fit to join my bathroom. It is. An expert profit mark through transits. You don't know, Leon, you could be. Don't you know, Leon, you should be on YouTube 24/7. Exactly, that's what people expect. They don't realise you have bad days, you don't want to answer everybody. And this is everybody. Now, not everyone talks about this because they don't want to come across as being an arsehole or anything. And they're not coming across as being an arsehole. I'm just telling the truth. Some days you have a bad day. I get loads of messages. I don't want to fucking answer them. You get one bad message and it just pisses you off. Some days you have a good day and you can answer all the messages. You've got a life outside of YouTube. You've got a family. You've got all that. So it's very difficult. People don't understand that. And like I said, just because one person sends you a message, there's maybe another 200 or 300 people. I mean, through all my social media, and I'm not a big YouTuber by any stretch of the imagination. I'm nothing as regards, YouTube. And I'd say, maybe a week through all my social media, I get over 1,000 messages, through everything. Now, some of them I don't have to reply to. They're not all asking me stuff. They're maybe just thanking me or whatever. But you still have to kind of go through them all and see which ones do need help, and hopefully you don't miss anybody, but you just are going to miss somebody. I get minimum 200 plus notification per day, 24/7. There's no way you can keep up. It is impossible. It just is. Any tips on keeping a soda starter for bacon? I need a lesson. Yeah, lick your finger, jump up and down on one leg, and turn around 5 times. Always works. Always works. Keep it up. Cupboard and every week been 50 cent on start fast. Yeah, it is difficult. And like I said, people don't really talk about it, because when you talk about things like this, you can come across as being, oh, well, you're being an arsehole, you're not helping people. At the end of the day, the videos are helping people. So that's, and I know people say, well, you're getting paid for them. Well, yeah, 100%, you are getting paid from YouTube, but it's not as much as you think, for the time and effort you put into it. And then people just think you're being an arsehole, and you're not. it's just, you know, it's real life. How many people out there, think of it this way, how many people out there can you go to a tradesman, you know, whether it's like a doctor, whether it's a lawyer, whether it's a mechanic, a sparky, anything, just think about this. How many people can you honestly go to and like text them a message and they're gonna tell you what to do for free? There's not, apart from the people on YouTube obviously, you know, there's not many people, because if you text your plumber and say, oh look, this my boiler's doing this, he's not going to reply back to you and say, oh yeah, do this, this and this, because he wants to come to you and charge you money and fix it for you, you know. And people on YouTube don't, you know, they give their advice out for free. And some people they don't realise, and they think that you're just being an arsehole because you're either not responding to them or, you know, whatever. There's millions of reasons why you're not responding to them. I get it all the time. YouTube have actually started doing this thing. I don't know how long they've done it for. I think it's over 6 months. It's actually really good. You can click on their name, and it will tell you all the comments that person has put on your videos. So I've often got, you know, a comment, oh, can I have a problem with this, you know, such and such. And then underneath that, there's like 6 or 7 comments where they're being absolute arseholes to you. You know, oh, you're fucking this, you that, you don't, blah, 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 and all that. And you just think, like, you seriously expect me now to, you know, answer you after you're saying all this? You know, and that's kind of interesting, that YouTube are doing that now. It's really handy, actually. You know, and it's like, why should I? Do you know, I don't have to. I'm doing this, you know, off my own back. So why should I now respond to you because you're being an arsehole? And some people don't like that. And they forget that they've made them comments. Or they don't think you can actually check. You never used to be able to. The only way you could do it is if you block the person straight away, which I never do. Or if you remember that person's name. But I can't remember everyone's name that comes up if they've given me a good or bad comment. Because there's just too many. But it's interesting what people are like. Watching Father Ted. Yes, I saw the racist thing as well. Well, I'm a farmer, so when I get in from work, all I want is a cup of tea. I don't think I'll be able to devote all my time for being a racist, but I'll give it a go, Father. See you later, Steve. I think we will just give it another 3 minutes. We'll go to 1:40, and we will call it thing. Or should we go to 2 hours? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Should we go to another 22 minutes or 23 minutes, or should we just leave it another 3 minutes? Let me know, and we will do it. You also have to learn a living. Well, that's another thing. Do you know that there is also that, you know, they don't realise when they see a video, you know, you get comment, you know, you get people ringing you up and asking you this, you know, like other customers and stuff, and then you're trying to answer comments and edit videos. It's only when people do it themselves they realise just how much work is in YouTube. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, YouTube has opened up an awful lot of doors for me. I've met a lot of great people because of YouTube. So, you know, there's a lot as well as that. But it's all, you know, there's other stuff that can kind of get in the way, and you know, YouTube takes up a lot of the time, and essentially it is for free. Now, when you're a big huge YouTuber, yeah, you're making millions and it's worth your while doing it. I'm not making enough to make it worth my while doing it in that sense. I do it because I like it and I like to help people. But if it was like a business side of things and a money thing, then I'd be losing money hand over fist. So it's not about the money for me, because I'm not making enough for it to be about the money, if that makes sense. I am a hobbyist. I've learnt most everything I know from YouTubers, the likes of you, Steve, Erico, etc. I'm so grateful. Exactly, you know, and that's the thing. The people on YouTube don't mind showing you these things. It's just when you get idiots, and unfortunately, it's all again like the you know. You always remember like the bad comment, and you forget the 100 of good comments. But that's just humans for you. I don't dwell on the bad comments by any stretch of imagination, and I love answering them, and I love, you know, fucking with them essentially because it's fun. And I still answer my other good comments, so I kind of think I'm okay answering my bad comments in that sense. If I was ignoring all the good comments and just answering the bad comments, I would say, okay, you know, I need to give more time to the good comments. But I answer the good comments and I just fuck with the arseholes. Because it's bloody funny. Go for it. 2 hours. 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. Alright, we'll do the 2 hours. My scrap man who visited weekly for parts asked today if I do car repairs. Yeah, I'll make about 30 quid a month off YouTube. Just spent 3 hours trying to edit and upload. I'll have to check your channel out, mate. I can't. You used to be able to click beside the person's name. It used to say go to the channel. It don't bloody say it now. And if I do this, I'm just gonna mess everything up. If I go out of shot now, it's because I'm just trying to check out his channel. Why is my computer so slow? I don't know why YouTube have stopped that function. That was really handy when you could just go to the person's name and find out. Is that you? 770 videos, 8,000 subscribers. Nice size channel, mate. Is that you? If it's you, I'll subscribe. Or have I got the wrong channel? Let me know. Let me know. People don't realise the time it takes to film, edit, and yeah, free advice. Exactly. They really don't, and they think like you owe them, you know, because they're watching a free video. Like you own you own them to do it, where they don't. You know, there's people out there, you know, that pay people, you know, with all types of other, you know, like Patreon and PayPal and all that sort of stuff. So you feel like you owe them something because they, you know, they actually pay you, and but the people, yeah, it's just it's hard. You only understand once you actually do it. So I just let him answer me first, and I'll subscribe to him. Was your last video 2 weeks ago? Or have I got the wrong heavy diesel? Yeah, that's me, mate. Mostly repair fridge. Ah, yes, that's you. Right, we'll press the old subscribe. Notifications all. Boom. You've just got another subscriber, mate. I will go through the channel later on. Let me get back to the stream. Where are we looking? Now, what have I missed? Where was I? It's a shame you don't do videos on accessible equipment, as I changed my job a year ago for PSV fitter. How do you mean accessible equipment, mate? What do you mean by that? For me, so far I have idiots on YouTube. I guess it's because they need to know 9%. Yeah, you will get there, mate. I've been fixing cars for years and learnt from these boys all the time. Just easy and faster ways to do stuff and tools. I don't know. Yeah, again, you know, and I always say you're always learning from this. The good thing about this trade is you can learn from somebody who has been doing it for 50 years, and you can also learn from somebody who has been doing it for literally 5 minutes. You know, you really can. And you're always learning. You're always learning. Good to see you're back, Andy from Glasgow. Looking forward to seeing you. Yeah, thanks a lot, mate. It takes me around 3 to 4 hours to do a 10 to 12 minute video. That's because you keep saying all the time. No, I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. If Adrian has heard my comment, if he's still here, let me know what you mean. Do you mean like cheaper equipment? Is that what you mean? Your Doing a job, idiots are good fun to deal with, but are not really. I know people say that, but it's not that. I have in my situation anyway, dealing with the fucking idiots. I like it. It's good fun, and they never come back. So, and I've seen other people that don't that ignore them, and they keep coming back and keep coming back. So you either just block them, and they won't come back, or if you ignore them, they'll keep coming back because I think they've got one on you. So when I deal with them, they never come back. So that kind of it just kind of, and it's fun. It really is fun. That day of saying you might understand what I'm saying on my channel. What have I missed? To do. Oh, you might not understand what I'm saying. Yeah, that's me taking the mick out of Dave's accent. Even though the Northern Ireland and Donegal accent's one of the sexiest accents on the planet, if you're a girl talking, not Dave. So it doesn't sound sexy when Dave talks. By the way, Janine Maxwell did not kill us, just getting ahead of the cat. Oh god. Oh, funny. Funny. I wonder if she will accidentally die. Be interesting. Did you serve your apprentice? No, I've never worked in a main dealer. I've never worked in a main dealer at all. It's always been independent garages or for myself. It's not that I don't like main dealers, just it never really came up. When I was looking for work, it always kind of, it was the independent garages that kind of came up. I'd kind of like to work in the main dealers for a year or so just to see what it's like, because they see all the kind of the newer stuff. We don't see the newer stuff, until it's like 5 or 6 years old. So it'd be nice to actually work on a new car that a new bolt is a new bolt, and stuff like that. But then there's other issues with that because obviously when we kind of get the cars, we kind of know that there's common faults and stuff like that. The main dealer boys are kind of dealing with them. They if a brand new car breaks down, it's not going to be a common fault because it's a brand new car. So, but I'd like to work in the main dealer for a year or so. As long as I wasn't told what to do, because I can't stand people telling me what to do. That's why I need to get enough money and then open my own main dealer. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that either. Cozzy Kid, how you doing? Cherry pickers and scissor lift. What? Am I? Hold on. What am I missing there? Did I read that other one wrong? Where is that other comment? Access. I can't find it. Do you mean cherry pickers and scissor platforms? Do you mean you want me to get my hands on them and like tell you if they're good or bad? Is it? Because that's not going to happen because I can't afford to do that. It's as simple as that. To kind of buy that equipment just to show it on a video isn't going to happen, unfortunately. Hi, I'm late again. Sorry I'm not getting notifications for your channel. I don't know why. I'm finding that. Just make sure the little bell notification says all on YouTube, Colin, because YouTube have unsubscribed me to a few channels. Don't know why. They've also turned off the notification on some of my other channels, and I don't know why. It's frustrating. So they might have turned the notifications off. So just recheck it. Dealership is pressure stress targets customers finding unknown faults and not. Yeah, I was thinking that it's not obviously all just because it's a main dealer doesn't mean you've got the best tools, doesn't mean you've got the best access to wiring diagrams and stuff like that. Doesn't mean that at all. It really doesn't. Well, I must be getting easy with non-rust cars. That day said, I understand you, mate. Sub for you. Well, there you go. You got another subscriber. No, it's a shame you don't do vids on there. Do you mean it's a shame I don't, show like different lifts and stuff? Is it? Or am I completely getting you wrong? I'm sorry if I am, Adrian. If I'm completely miss what you're saying. Oh, bloody throat. Struggling to swallow. And no, I haven't got the virus. Well, I don't think I have. We get shredded to sunlight matters. Creepy old Fiestas, Mondeos, Focus Plus transits that live on etc. Only pulling your leg, Steve. So yeah, we've got another 10 minutes left, so any more questions you want to get in, let me know. Like I'll say it again, anyone with a blue wrench, go and subscribe to their channels. They've all, apart from one, has got YouTube channels. And you'll go and see some of them. I've told you to go to their YouTube channels and give them abuse. Tell them you give them abuse from me, because it'll be funny. Just give them abuse. Just, can be anything. It can just give them abuse. Just normal abuse, or any sort of abuse, and tell them Leon told me to give you abuse. Because it'll make me feel warm inside, you giving them abuse. Because I give them abuse, so you might as well give them abuse. Because it's funny. Hydrogen cell, not batteries. Yes, I think certainly that's the way to go once they get the technology right. Certainly is the way to go. So any more questions? Anything that you're doing interesting? Anything you got planned for the coming weeks or week? Anything at all? And is it going to be too late to ring this person back? Most probably is now. Maybe not. Do you think it's too late to ring someone back at say 10:30? Someone you don't know? I'll let you tell me in the comments. Do you think it's too late to ring someone back at 10:30 that called you at 9:30? It is bloody annoying you can't click the name anymore. I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know why they stopped that. How can I contact you privately other than YouTube? I have some business. You just go to my you can go to my Facebook page, you go to my Instagram page, or if it's anything to do like that, just email me. All the information is in the video descriptions on all my videos. There's more than one way to do it, mate. So Facebook, Instagram, email. Boom! People expect me to quote them in their house without visiting. Get silly when I don't. Yeah, it's frustrating as well. They don't realise until you get stuck in, you don't know exactly. That's why diagnosing can be difficult too, because you can kind of set like an hourly rate, and you can kind of get most problems within the first hour, but not necessarily all the time. So you have to tell the people, look, that this could take me 5 minutes, it could take me 5 hours just to find your problem, and it's going to be X amount. So people don't understand that. Helen, what do you think of the Autel 808 VT? I've noticed you have. Yeah, I do. But I have the one without bidirectional controls. It's a great scan tool. If it had bidirectional controls, for the price of it, it would be the best scan tool for the price on the market. But it doesn't. The screen is brilliant, but the launch diode gun still beats it in what I have used. Now, there's other scan tools out there I haven't used, so I can't say. But with the two I've used, the Autel and the launch, for that price range, the launch wins because it's got bidirectional controls. And there's a video coming up very shortly on my channel that shows why bidirectional controls are handy. So at the minute, I would prefer if the Autel I had bidirectional controls, without question, it'd be the best scan tool on the market for the money. Because it is kind of in that kind of cheap brackets. Well, what's classed as cheap. So yeah, But there is other scan tools out there I can't save. So at the minute, I would still go for my launch just because it has bidirectional controls, but the screen is bloody small. But it only really affects you when you're graphing stuff. So yeah, look, it swings and roundabouts. But at the minute, I would have to say my launch still. My launch diagon. Not the two other launches that I put on, that I did videos on, because they're absolutely crap. And I got into so much grief with launch from that. I lost basically launch giving me stuff because of that, and I pissed off Launch UK as well. But I told the truth, so I'm not going to lie for anybody. These particular scan tools are crap. The launch diagon is brilliant, so it is what it is. Leon, do a video on lift platforms. I'm only a little fella, so one of them might be good. I can't do just videos on lift platforms because I can't just go out and keep buying lifts to do videos on them. Unless a company wants to, let me come to their showroom and show a load of lifts, then yeah, I can do it then. But I can't just keep buying lifts because at the minute, like I said, I want to buy this other thing that's going to help me at the minute with my channel. Everyone keeps saying. I was wondering why everyone keeps saying not too late, but I just remembered. Bit late, text maybe, ring them up. Definitely not too late, never too late. So yeah, ring them. Ring them live so we can listen. I don't know who it is, so I don't want to ring them live yet. If I knew who it was, I would. But I don't know who it is. Launch are a nightmare to deal with. Why I never got one. I've never found them a problem to deal with, to be honest. I know that some people have, but you can buy Launch UK and Launch China are essentially two different companies. Like if you buy something from Launch UK, you have the Launch UK support. But if you buy something from Launch China, you don't have the Launch UK support. And that's where it can be kind of difficult with language barriers and stuff like that. But yeah, I tell every company that actually buys stuff, that gives me stuff. And if you don't want me to tell the truth, then don't send it to me. If it's shit, I'm going to say it's shit. If it fucks me up with you, it fucks me up with you. Like I said, doing them two videos on them cheaper launch. Now I say cheaper. One was 350 quid and the other was 275. So it's not cheap. And people gave me grief for dishing launch in that. But then if I told you a £350 scan tool was good and you buy and it's shit, then you're going to give me grief. But yeah, I'm getting grief telling people it's shit. I don't understand YouTube. I really don't. So you'd like me to lie and tell you the scan tool is good, and then when you buy it, you're going to be disappointed. Or I can say just save up a few more quid. And do I have my launch one there? I think I do. That's what tools I want to show you actually. Save up a few more quid and buy the diagon, for example, which is a far better tool, and there's only 150 quid more than the other one. And if you're spending 350 quid, what's another 150 quid? It's nothing really. So yeah, ring them at 12. Say you was asleep. Phone them live. So I think I've already read that one. They're speaking between themselves. Launch is a nightmare. Get it sorted. We don't need anything else. Oh, brilliant! We don't need anything else from China. Fucking love it. Love it. I'll quickly show you these other tools that I got. For a video coming up very soon. These are all from Hobby Tools. So, and it's all to do with the Hobby Tools pressure tester. Just let me get the live camera up so I can see actually what I'm doing. This is for taking out the injectors from the fuel rail, so you can basically block your fuel rail. So if you've got an issue with, like, say, leak and inject and the pump's not building pressure, you can block one off at a time, or all four of them, and you can see if the pump's building pressure. They're all to do with the same tool. That actually it's going to be brilliant with the pressure tester that I've got from Hobby Tools. These are like an add-on. This one here is for deadheading the pump. So if you want to test the full pressure coming out of a pump, this one will actually I can't angle it too much because it'll all fall over the shop. But this one's to deadhead the pump, which is brilliant. So you can see if you're getting full, 28,500 bar out of your pump. Oh, and this one then gives you your pressure reading through the computer itself, through the Hobby Tools pressure tester itself. This is a high pressure. You can see it there. So what this will actually do is this will do two things. You can connect this in series with your pump and you can get a live reading from your pump with the pressure transducer there. Or if you deadhead the pump, you'll get another reading from it. So in other words, what this is really good for is on the just let me get back to the chat so I can see the chat. Let's get back to the chat. I've missed all the comments. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get back to the comments in a second. But yeah, what these tools are good for is, let's say you've got an injector that's leaking into the cylinder. Well, you physically can't see that, obviously. And with this pressure transducer and say blocking off each injector, you can then hook your scan tool up to it, or not your scan tool, sorry, the Hobby Tools pressure transducer itself. You can hook that up to it, and let's say you're supposed to be getting between 280 to 330 bar, and let's say you're getting 150 bar, for example. You know that's not enough to start it. So you still could have a problem with the pump or the injector. So very quickly you can screw one of these on each of injector, and let's say from 150 bar you go to 300 bar, for example. Well, then you know that injector is leaking internally. So you can very quickly diagnose a problem. Right, you've got a leaking injector, or you've got an issue with your pump, and you can see it live reading on the on it. So it's absolutely brilliant. Best tool I have used is the Archon, very similar to Diagon. It's in the States. Keith and I well, I've never used it, so I can't say. But I know there's going to be other tools out there. It's just people ask me all the time. Well, I want to buy a tool for say 100 quid or 150. I can't comment unless I've used it. People would say, oh yeah, this has got good reviews. I can't say it's good unless I've used it. So that annoys some people too. And it's like, well, do you want me just to lie to you and say it's good and you're buying it's crap? So it is what it is. It is what it is. I've just realised, hey Leon, shout out please. Mark, how are you doing? There's your shout out. I've just realised we've gone over the 2 hours, so I'm going to go, and I'll ring this person back. And yeah, so yeah, I'll just quickly, so look everybody, thanks for sticking around, thanks for donating, thanks for watching. Thanks for all that, and new videos come up in my new shed very soon. So look everybody, as always, don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one. Sorted. Oh, do you want to say goodbye before we go? Yeah. You're going to be quick? Okay. You're going to be quick?
Hello, welcome to another...
Why are you speaking like that?
Okay.
Speak properly.
Welcome to another episode of Sierra's County account. Now, someone was saying in the comments that
Leon, please give me... I did, Mark. I gave you a shout out.
Mark, I need you to shut and thumbs down to
Thumbs down the video?
Yeah, I did!
Why are you thumbs down the video?
Because it's boring!
It's boring?
Yeah!
Oh, that's not very nice, is it? So all my videos are boring?
Yeah!
All of them?
Except the Lamborghini one.
I haven't got a Lamborghini one.
Make a Lamborghini one.
Oh, I'll just go out and buy a Lamborghini to make a Lamborghini video.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm loaded, so I can easily do that.
Yeah, get loaded.
Right, everybody. We'll see you later.
No, you won't.
Why are you not in bed? Anyway, that's another thing. Why are you not in bed? Why are you not in bed? Why are you not in bed?
Welcome to another share video. Now, today's episode.
Are you going to keep them entertained?
Yes.
Right, we seriously need to go because I need to ring
No.
Pete back.
No.
So just say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, everybody. Right, everybody. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
We'll see you later. And
next episode.
everybody, have fun. Thanks for watching, and we will see you
On the
later.
part episode of